everyone, welcome back. I have a short 10-minute or so practice today just to get the body moving. So we're going to start on our mats in child's pose. So as ever, your choice as to whether you have the knees together or apart, whichever feels better on the lower back. Just make sure that you can soften the shoulders, let the forehead release down towards the mat and the hips all the way back to the heels. And we'll just take a few deep breaths here to get nice and settled. So as much as you can, try to breathe into the back of the body. So as you inhale, you're breathing into the back of the ribs. And as you exhale, softening completely. And just try to find a nice steady rhythm with your breath. It is a short practice, but as much as you can here, just taking these few moments to become mindful of what's going on for you in the body today. So noticing any sensations that may be going on. And then from here, we're going to stay in our child's pose, but just walk the hands off the left side of the mat onto the floor. So we're just getting a gentle stretch into the right side of the body. So as much as you can, keep the head coming down towards the mat, relax the shoulders, and try and have both hips evenly back to the heels. And just keeping that steady rhythm of breath going here. Just allow everything to sink into this shape. So notice if you're holding on to any tension, particularly around the shoulders and the hips, see if you can soften. And then from here, as you next inhale, we'll start to walk our hands back through center. And as you exhale, we'll take it straight over to the other side. So same thing to the right, walk your hands off the right side of the mat, let the head become heavy. And again, try to make sure that your left hip isn't lifting too high up off the left heel. So the hips are even as much as you can. Relax the shoulders, and again, you're guiding the breath into the back of the body. And as you exhale, just see if you can soften into this shape a little bit more. So always noticing those little bits of tension that you can release. From here, we're going to come back through center. So as you inhale, walk your hands through the center. And then as you exhale, look up to the hands, slowly come up to all fours, making sure that your shoulders are directly above your wrists, knees directly underneath your hips. As you inhale, drop the belly open through the chest, look forward and up for cat-cow. As you exhale, round through the spine, look back behind you. Inhale, drop the belly open through the chest, look forward and up. Exhale, round through the spine, push the floor away. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward and up. And exhale, round. Inhale, slowly come back through center. And then as you exhale, just walk your hands a handprint in front of where they already are. Inhale, shift the weight forward and drop the hips down, roll the shoulders back. So gentle back bend just as much as feels comfortable for you. As you exhale, push all the way back to your child's pose, hips to heels. So we'll flow that a few times with the breath. So as you inhale, come forward, drop the hips, roll the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, we're going to sink it all the way back to child's pose. Keep moving like that. Inhale, coming forward. Drop the hips, and this time as you exhale, just look over your right shoulder towards your heel, so taking a little twist. Inhale, looking back through center. Same thing to the other side, so exhale, looking to the left. Inhale, back through center. This time as you exhale, push back to the heels, child's pose, but then bend your elbows so hands come behind the back of the neck. Walk the elbows forward and then keep sinking back to the heels, so you should feel a stretch in the upper arms and the sides of the body. Again, just find your breath here, so take a moment to check in with the body. Notice if the breath has started to change, see if you can bring it back to that steady pace. Take one more round of breath. And then on your next inhale, straighten the arms, look up to the hands, slowly come up through all fours. Make sure that you're pressing the floor away as you exhale. And then as you inhale, we're going to raise your right arm up, so you're trying to stack the shoulders. As you exhale, either stay here or the back of the right hand can come to the left side of the lower back. So you're peeling back with that right shoulder and press the floor away with the left hand. Inhale to raise that right arm back up if it isn't already. Then as you exhale, thread the needle. So bring the right arm all the way down underneath the left. Your right ear comes down to the floor, and you can walk your left fingertips out in front of you to straighten the left arm if that feels nice. You can also come up onto the fingertips to open the space underneath the armpit. Just try to allow the right shoulder to sink into the mat. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Take one last inhale. And then as you exhale, slide the left hand back so the palm comes directly underneath the shoulder. As you inhale, press into that palm and reach your right arm all the way back up to stack the shoulders. As you exhale, extend your right leg back behind you. Bring the heel down towards the floor so the sole of the foot is down and we're in a supported side plank. As much as you can, try to stack the shoulders, look up towards the top thumb and press the floor away with that left hand. Exhale, bring the right hand down to meet the left, and then as you inhale, lift your right heel and just push it back behind you towards the back of the mat, so you should feel a stretch in your calf and your lower leg. Keep pressing into the hands and keep the gaze towards the top of the mat or slightly further forward, so back of the neck stays long. One more round of breath here, and then on your next inhale, pick up your left knee, so you're stepping your left foot back to meet your right, coming into a plank position. So find a straight line with the body, keep pressing the floor away so you're separating the shoulder blades. One more inhale, and then as you exhale, just send the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. In down dog, just take a pedal of the feet, bend through the knees, have a walk out through the heels, so just easing into this shape, try and push belly back towards the thighs and roll the shoulders back away from the ears. On your next inhale, look up towards your hands, and as you exhale, walk the hands back to the feet, so you're coming to a forward fold at the back of your mat. In your fold, just let the head hang heavy. You can clasp by the elbow, take a rock from side to side, give the head a shake, yes or no, release any tension, and just bend the knees as much as you need to. So don't worry about having perfectly straight legs, especially if you have quite tight hamstrings. So just taking deep breaths here. On your next inhale from here, we're going to come up to standing. So as you inhale, rising up to your standing position, we'll bring the palms to touch up and overhead. Look up towards the thumbs. As you exhale, hands are going to come down in front of the heart center, and then we'll separate the feet so they're about hip width apart. So we're going to come into our standing balance pose. We're coming into a tree pose. So keeping the sole of your left foot rooted onto the floor, the right foot either comes to the ankle, shin or thigh, so above or below the knee. The right knee is coming out to the side, palms compressed together in front of the heart center, and just make sure that the hips are square so they're facing towards the front. You're not twisting out towards the right. Find something in front of you that you can focus on. Relax your shoulders and focus on your breath. We'll take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, gently release the right foot down, bring your hands down by your sides. As you inhale from here, we'll sweep the arms up and overhead. Once again, bring the palms together. As you exhale, soften down into your fold. This time as you inhale, slide your palms up to your shins, find flat back position, halfway lift, so we're lengthening the spine, reach the crown of the head forward. As you exhale, bend the knees to plant the palms and walk the hands back forward to your downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. Again, make a few small movements here. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, drop the knees to the mat to come to all fours. As you inhale, same thing as we did before, this time reach your left arm up, stack the shoulders. As you exhale, either stay here or back of the hand can come to the right side of the lower back. Pull your left shoulder back, keep your gaze up if you can. Press the floor away with the right hand. Inhale, sweep the arm up high, and exhale, come to thread the needle on the other side. So your left arm comes underneath your right, your left ear comes all the way down to the mat, and then walk the right fingertips forward. Sink the left shoulder into the mat and try to keep the hips nice and even. So notice if they start to sway out to the side, try to keep them back through center. As much as you can, just allow the body to sink into the shape once again. If you're reaching your right fingertips forward, you might want to come up onto the fingertips. So you're really opening up that space underneath the right armpit. We'll just take one more round of breath here. Inhaling, and then as you exhale, slowly slide your right hand back once again so it comes directly underneath the shoulder. As you inhale from there, we're going to lift the left arm up, so we're coming to stack the shoulders once again, reach through the fingertips. Inhale, extend your left leg back, bring the sole of the foot down so we're coming to that supported side plank. Keep pressing into the right hand, try not to allow the right ear to drop to the right shoulder. So back of the neck is long. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, bring your left hand down to meet your right. Inhale to lift the left heel and press the heel towards the back of the mat. So again, you're getting that calf stretch. Keep pressing into the palms, push the floor away. One more round of breath. And then inhale, lift the right knee to step back to your plank position, find a straight line with the body. So again, think about separating the shoulder blades. Your gaze is slightly forward, so try not to drop the chin to the chest. One more inhale. And then exhale back to down dog, send the hips up and back. Again, you can make a few small movements here, or just find stillness in your pose, maybe noticing if there's space to lift the hips a little bit higher or get the belly back towards the thighs a little bit more. Inhale, look up to the hands. And exhale, walk the hands back to the feet to your forward fold. And again, just take a moment here to allow the head to be heavy. The top of the body just ragdolls over the legs. Notice those sensations, that stretch in the backs of the legs into the hamstrings, the sides of the body. On your next inhale here, we'll rise all the way up to standing. Bring the palms to touch, up and overhead, look up to the thumbs. As you exhale, hands come down in front of the chest. So separating the feet about hip width apart, we'll take the same balance on the other side. So this time taking your weight into your right foot. Sole of the left foot comes to the ankle, shin or thigh. So try to do the same variation that you did on the other side. Same with the hands, so if they stayed in front of the chest, try to keep them there. Shoulders are relaxed. And you're finding a point in front of you that you can focus on. You may notice a little bit of a wobble. You might even notice that you have better balance on one side compared to the other. That's actually very common. So just being aware of all of these small sensations and differences in the body. So just taking one more inhale. And then as you exhale, bringing your left foot down to meet your right, bring your arms down by your sides. As you inhale, we'll sweep the arms all the way up and overhead, bring the palms to touch. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, flat back position, palms to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down, plant the palms and walk back forward to your downward facing dog. And here, just last few rounds of breath in your down dog. So really strong in the arms. Again, find that external rotation of the upper arm so shoulders aren't hunching forward. So if there's any last little bit of space to get the hips a little bit higher. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, slowly allow the knees to come back to the mat. Sink the hips all the way back to the heels and you're arriving back into your child's pose. So just take a little rock from side to side. Make sure you're even in the hips. Allow everything to become heavy and soft. And give yourself a few moments here to really relax. As much as you can, just releasing any tension. Allowing yourself these few moments just for you. Let yourself soak up the benefits of the practice with this time of rest. Thank you so much for practicing with me. As always, I will be doing a lot more of these in the coming days, especially due to our kind of global situation we've got going on right now. So if you do have any requests or any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, I'll see you on the mat and hope you have a lovely rest of your day.